start with some basic data visualization ideas, and then we will go to this Tableau visualization illustration. So the first question before we get to data visualization is why do we need data visualization? Why do we need to visualize this data? Why do we need to look them into a graphic format? So the first reason I think, and most important reason I think, is that due to the volume and complexity of the data right now we are handled, because this volume complexity has increased exponentially. So, and also the big data has become an important keywords for all the industry, including business, academic, and government. So the data we're handling today is more complicated, it's much larger than before. And also for our auditors or accountant, we are majoring in business, right? So it's our objective is to provide some useful information for the decision makers. So for the decision makers, they do not have enough time to look all the information in detail, look all the data in detail. So the question for us is how we can effectively deliver this useful information to our decision maker. So actually the data visualization will be a very good option. So what is data visualization indeed? So actually the data visualization is a graphic representation of data and information, and some patterns or trend or correlation data that might go undetected in the text format can be easily recognized using this graphic format. So that's the reason we need data visualization. And also right now we have a lot of tools, including the Python programming by ourselves or using some other software like say Power BI or Tableau. They can provide us a kind of interactive data visualization, which can help us to take direct and real-time action on plots to change element and link between multiple plots. So also in a lot of continuous auditing projects also done by this kind of interactive data visualization platform like the Tableau. So it can help us to get this data in a real time and in a interactive format. So data visualization is very important. And next, we will look at two different types of data visualization: the exploratory data analysis and the confirmatory data analysis. Actually, the exploratory data analysis means it's a kind of statistical data analysis approach that emphasizes the pattern recognition and hypothesis generation from the raw data. So that means we do not have any pre-hypothesis or any pre-ideas about this data. We just do an exploration on this data that we get. Because when you first get the data, you may want to know some information about the data, like the mean, the median, the standard deviation, how it's distributed, etc. So this is a kind of exploratory data analysis. It's usually using data to develop surveys, suggest research design, and ensure proper confirmatory analysis. And then, so this is about the exploratory data analysis. Next is confirmatory data analysis, so which is based on this exploratory data analysis. And this confirmatory data analysis is widely used by researchers, because for this, the differences between the EDA, the exploratory, and the CDA is that hypotheses are formulated first, and then researchers collect the data to confirm or disconfirm the hypothesis. So in the CDA, we need to confirm or disconfirm something. It's that this is the differences between EDA and CDA, because in the EDA, we do not need to confirm anything. We just explore how the data looks like, explore the potential patterns. So there's a complementary relationship between these two. In the statistic perspective, the EDA can be used to examine whether these CDA are accurately specified, etc. And the EDA can also help better articulate research questions, research hypotheses, etc. So yeah, this is just a very general idea about this different data visualization and analysis. And yeah, as we mentioned, the EDA, the goal here is to explore the data instead of draw some conclusion, and is to explore the data open-minded, get some new insight. This is about the EDA. And next, we will talk about some of the types of data visualization. Actually, there's so many different tools in data visualization. No matter you have learned the data visualization systematically before or not, you may seen this before, like the pie chart, bar chart, histogram, the line chart, etc. And we will introduce them one by one later. And beside that, we also have some advanced data visualization technique, like the interactive platform or dashboard, and etc. Yeah, we will also have a look. Actually, we will build a dashboard by ourselves later. So let's look at, and also there's some principles for a good visualization design. So first, we need to choose the right type of visualization. As we mentioned, we have so many different types of data visualization. We have this kind of chart, line chart, bar chart, etc. And then how can we choose the right types of visualization? And then we should simplify the presentation of data because the information a person can take is limited. If the graph you are provided is so messy, and then the users or the audience can get nothing from your visualization. And we should always emphasize what is important. So if, for example, if we want to emphasize the trend, and then the trend is always our highlight here, and other information is just some kind of complementary of this data. And also present the data ethically. That means we should always provide the accurate and real data, don't manipulate the data. Yeah. So this is some of the principles. And then, yeah, let's just, so the first principle is choose the right type of visualization, right? So how to decide the right type of visualization? Actually, there are some 5 different purposes for visualize, generally 5, but actually there can be more. So different, it depends on the different purpose. Our visualization tools can be different. For example, the 5 purpose here can be comparison, correlation, distribution, trend evaluation, or partial whole analysis. So we will look at them here in this. So this is this is also a data visualization. So you can see for different purpose of the visualization, our tools can be different. For example, the bar chart. The bar chart is good for a comparison with low to medium data volume. Yeah, also the bullet chart. They are good for this comparison. And then if we want to analyze the correlation between the data, we can choose a scatter plot or the heat map. So I think scatter plot is, you guys should be very familiar with it. But heat map, not a lot of people see it very often. So the heat map is a two-dimensional representation of data in which the values are represented by the color. Usually the darker the color, the higher the values. So they are suitable for the correlation analysis. And then for some distributions, we usually use the histogram or the box plot. So the histogram is a kind of single measure distribution analysis or with no to medium data volume. So here we keep emphasize the data volume. That because data volume is also a very key measurement or key point in data visualization. Actually, I will say this is a kind of the limitation for the data visualization, because for most of the tools, it cannot handle a very large data volumes. So if you want to handle very large data volume, you may need more advanced tools like the dashboard or etc. And then for some trend analysis, the line chart or arrow chart can be a very good candidate. So they are not only for the trend analysis, but also for the temporal analysis. And then if we want to analyze the part-to-whole relationships, the pie chart and the tree map can be a very good tools for. The pie chart is this circle, as you can see here, divided into sectors with arrows proportional to relative size of each volume. It's good to present the absolute frequency or relative frequency distribution of these qualitative variables. Well, the tree map is good for some structural analysis of hierarchical data and compare actual volume with the compositions. So this is the most used 10 different types of data visualization tool, and also how to select them based on different purpose of visualization. And also beside that, what we use more in the research is this kind of node linked diagram and force directed graph. So here, actually in the social science or social network analysis, usually we use this kind of directed or undirected graph to represent the relationship between different objects. For example, if you and your like your classmates, if you are a classmate, and then that means there's a connection between you guys. If we want to analyze the social connection between your guys, this kind of classmates can be one type of relationship and can be visualized in this kind of graphs. So this is a network analysis. And next, we will look at the dashboard, this kind of data visualization dashboard, which is built in the Tableau. So this kind of dashboard is more advanced than the single tool that we mentioned before. It can provide us more comprehensive information. And also the graphs within this dashboard, they are kind of interconnected with each other. And when you select, for example, when you select some of these filters or things like that, the graphs will change automatically. So this is also a very good example for do this data visualization. And beside that, there's something we need to pay attention is like within this data visualization, we can first we can select different tool, right? And after we select different tool, we also have some other techniques to increase the visual weight. For example, we can use a color to make our data more informative. We can use the contrast, complexity, density, and size to denote different meanings. So this is some techniques we need to pay attention to the data visualization.